Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Mayor, Madam Mayor, everyone who's spoken, my good friend and colleague Alan Simpson, Member of Parliament for Nottingham. It's a great delight to be here. I'm sorry I couldn't make it last time, but we got literally stuck in the snow. I went to Euston to go to make a visit to rugby this morning on the way here, and the signals and power were down. So anyway, we had to, just so you know, I didn't want to disappoint people the second time, so we had to cancel that bit of the visit and got to Nottingham a bit early. I'm really delighted to be here because I'm profoundly committed to direct communication both ways between people who've got something to say and people who've also got something to say, who happen to be listening but want to take part in a big conversation. It is true that Nottingham is the first city outside London to have a speaker's corner. The great, wonderful borough of Blackburn has no pretensions to be a city, it's just a borough. It has a very, very fine football team. A wonderful football team. Well, here's a quiz question. Which of four teams has won the Premiership? Is it one that begins with F, or is it one that begins with B? Think about it. But from 1983, I've been running regular soapbox sessions in the middle of the town, and I've carried when I became under police protection 12 years ago, there was certain nervousness about the idea I should carry on doing this, but I said I was going to. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a really important way of finding out what people are thinking. People sometimes shout at me, they get cross, I might get cross back, but so what? This is about democracy. Now, while I'm in Blackburn, there's a certain amount of rivalry with Burnley down the road, especially football. So I have a quiz questions, and the first prize is 2 tickets to Burnley Reserve. Second prize, 4 tickets. Well, I'm going to change that as I'm in Nottingham. First prize, 2 tickets to Derby County Reserve. Second prize, 15 tickets to Derby County Reserve. So here's a question. It's quite easy. I have 2 questions actually. But the first is, are music sales of CDs going up or down? Down? Who said down? Right. So I know you're reluctant to get the 2 tickets, but anyway. Down. Right. You've got the man with the hat. Down. Okay. Here's another question. Is attendance at live music going up or down? Up. Okay. Now, there's a moral here. When technology started to take over our lives, people said that direct communication would be over. So no one would ever turn up to hear a concert, whether it's classical music, jazz, pop or whatever, rock. Live music would be dead. The reverse is happening. And because people can taste the real thing but not eat it, as it were, through technology, their appetite for direct contact with musicians, to go to a gig, to go to a concert, is all the greater. And it's been my belief, and this is shown here today, and it's not just a belief, it seems to me blindingly obvious, that there can never be a substitute for direct personal communication. Indeed, after all, that's what people are searching for when they get their phones out, when they go online. They actually want that, and it's a substitute. And it's even with television, however HD it is, you're never going to get the same kind of communication that I can get here. I look across the crowd. Some people are smiling. Thank you very much, madam. I see at least one person. Another lady there. Thank you very much. She gets 15 tickets as well, madam. And the divvy afterwards. There was a guy standing next to you who seemed to be bored solid. So you get this kind of, but he's now smiling. But you get this sort of sense, and you know, and it's the instant communication. And I've always, and I think Alan will concede this, even though we've had as many arguments as we've had love-ins over the years, that there's no point trying to make pretences to people. We've got to tell them straight. And the House of Commons is difficult enough, but I can tell you, if you're talking to your own electors, your employers in the middle of Blackburn, you can't tell people. Well, I wouldn't dream of telling on porkies, but you can't sort of spin things to them because they just walk away, disappear, take no notice, and then of course punish you in the ballot box, as is their duty. So that's why this Speaker's Corner, oral communication that comes with it. The re-establishment of a great tradition, especially here in Nottingham, is so important. I'd like to thank the Speaker's Corner Trust, not least Peter Bradley, who got the whole idea going. I'd like to thank Nottingham City Council for all its support, and the local committee. Above all, I'd like to thank all of you for listening to me. No one's heckled me, which is unusual, but feel free. What do you say? Go on, Mike. Go on.
Just read out the cabinet minutes.
If I read out the cabinet minutes, Alan, people would disappear.
In prison.
No, they wouldn't go to prison. They're just because they tend. I mean, those that are read 30 years on tend to be fairly bland. But there was an important issue of principle here as well. However, you see, you put me off my straight. What I want to say is thanks, because this is for the people and citizens of Nottingham, and given Nottingham's great radical tradition, given Brian Clough, who certainly always had something to say for himself, always and forever, and was for those of Alan's generation and mine, a great figure. Whether like him, he supported Liverpool, or I supported Blackburn, but whatever it was, great figure. So thank you very much to everybody, and may this opening of the Speaker's Corner be the forerunner of vigorous, vital, vibrant debate here in Nottingham. Thank you very much indeed.
Very good.